All right, we begin season 5, the final season of Breaking Bad. Ooh, super excited. I'm super excited. It's a long time coming. But here we are, finally. The final season of Breaking Bad. Not the final season of the Breaking Bad universe, because obviously we still have Better Call Saul, which I don't know when I'm going to be doing that, but sometime in the future, that's for sure. In regards to season 5, a lot of high expectations, especially with all of the build-up and all of the storylines, the plot beats, all of the character progression that we have been through from seasons 1 to 4, and seeing how Jesse and Walter kind of grow as a character. In some cases, regress as a character. I think there is a debate on that, but ultimately, the final episodes of season 4 was explosive, to put it bluntly, and I am anticipating some repercussions. There is a clear change in the power dynamic of the world, especially with the death of Gus. And did Walter truly won? But hope you guys enjoy my reaction to season 5. Yeah, it's gonna be great. No eating utensils, just straight using the hands. All right. Oh, it's an explosion, an atomic bomb. Whoa!
It's my birthday.
Oh, sorry, excuse me, but how long has it been?
New Hampshire.
Obviously a fake ID. Wow.
Birthday, Mr. Lambert.
Mr. Lambert. $100 tip, huh? Live free or die. Okay. Cut to the opening. Yep. What a way to start the season. Not what I was expecting right away. I love that that's kind of a recurring shot of Walter opening the trunk and then closing it again. The flower? Yep. There's a lot of things in Skylar's mind right now.
Well, don't you think I rate a low, at least?
Hello.
Like, how do you feel knowing that your husband is a murderer? Doesn't matter if the guy he murders is a good person or a bad person. That doesn't change the fact.
I am relieved, Walt. And scared.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Scared of what?
Scared of the danger, Walt.
You.
Mm-hmm. I like how subtle her expression was there. Like when you know she's scared, but she doesn't show it. Cheers to himself. Great shot. Almost a hellish imagery.
It's exactly like Bedeker's drawings.
Huh. What do you figure that was? I don't know. Some kind of lab equipment?
No. Don't tell me the camera is still active. Or the data is still salvageable. Because I was about to comment, like, the way the camera was kind of pointing down towards them. Obviously reminiscent to how the camera is looking at them, right? They're still being watched. Hey.
Come on. Hey.
Mike enjoying the quiet life. Love the detail on his ear.
It's Gustavo.
is dead.
That face, he just immediately drops that reaction. He's like, oh, fuck. So what is Mike gonna do now, though? His employer is gone. This is gonna be a... Oh. Oh, it's gonna be Walter, isn't it? Oh, great shot.
Son of a bitch!
Hey, Jesse's there as well.
Oh, Jesse. Jesus. What is it with you guys?
Ah.
Honest to God.
Already bonded with Jesse, so a little bit.
Gus kept cameras on us at the lab, at the laundry. God only knows where else. And of course, when I say us, I'm including you.
Well,
Where did he keep it?
common problem. Gotta work together.
Laptop in his office.
Mike's still recovering from his injuries.
What? Key, scumbag. It's the universal symbol for key.
All right, let's go. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is tension. This is tension building.
Oh, yeah? We're boned.
Well, that's a problem.
You know how they say it's been a pleasure? It hasn't. There's no way you're getting it out of there.
Who said that we have to get it out of there?
Explain. Explain.
We
Walter.
just need to destroy what's on it.
Oh, so now you want to blow up a police station?
No.
Say this device gets filed into evidence. Now it is inside that room.
What about a magnet? You want to commit a whole other crime just to get this bomb of yours into evidence.
Who said bomb? I said a device.
Yo, what
An
about like a magnet?
incendiary device. One quick.
What about a magnet?
Talking about sprinklers, I'm talking about halon, because halon...
What about a magnet?
Or what about a magnet?
What magnet? What about it?
I love you, Jesse. I love you so much. That could work. Yeah, they're going for it. Oh my god, this is so funny. And I love the way it was framed as well.
Don't actually have any money right now. My wife is business. It's an IRS issue anyway. I'd appreciate it if you could spot me my share. I'll pay you back.
Yeah, there's an IRS issue.
I don't think this can work.
Is that a serious question?
Mike, this is a three-man job. The only way I know it won't work for sure is if we don't have you.
See, that's the thing though. Mike hasn't seen the duo doing their job. They do some elaborate shit. Even I get confused sometimes, but it usually works out. Usually it also ends with them making a lot more enemies than before, but hey, it is what it is.
There was an incident with Beneke with the
Oh, God.
an
Oh,
incident,
Jesus.
and
What incident?
an act of God.
Yeah, an act of God.
Ted is dead?
No. He just woke up.
Oh. Oh no. That's way worse. That's way worse because now he can speak. Oh no. Magnets. How do they work?
Whoa. Wait. Yeah, that did it.
Well, we just gotta make sure that we don't accidentally destroy the thing.
Magnets! Oh!
60 seconds, we'll be gone.
I love the guy in the back was like, alright, Skylar, time to meet Ted. Let's see how it is. His neck is probably like destroyed. Let's see it. They're hiding him. Oh no. We're just judging based on Skylar's like reaction here.
His color's better and his blood pressure's up. We are going to have you eating solid food in a day or two. I bet you money.
Oh, he is. He has seen better days.
Can you hear me?
I can't even recognize him. Jeez.
I will never breathe one word of this.
Better keep it that way. I mean, I talk shit about Ted a lot. I mean, he's not really a likable guy, but it's a very unfortunate situation for him. Like, that just sucks. Oh no, this poor dude is gonna have the worst day of his life. I love how they're doing this. It's really cool. Oh! Won't there be, like, fingerprint evidences?
So what if they find prints?
Yeah.
They won't. There's no prints, I made sure of that.
Alright.
Untraceable salvage, all of it.
Alright, Walt.
How do we know?
Because I say so.
Because I'm the main character, and what I say is right. I mean, Walter will probably know if it worked or not based on, like, Hank's conversation or whatnot, you know? Like, if Hank said, like, hey, this and that and whatever, you know, like, basically we'll know from Hank.
Samsung laptop computer damaged. Glass screen is broken and in pieces. Bag still sealed.
Oh, that was the picture. Oh.
Check it out. That's not on the manifest.
Whoa. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, Walter just accidentally. Oh no.
So she comes to me with a problem. She's been cooking Benecke's books. He's in Dutch with the IRS, and once they audit, it's Rio de Caca for the both of them. To which I say, hey, let's involve Walt in this discussion. To which she says, no. Just cut Benecke a check so he can pay off the IRS.
Dude, Walter's expression is sending me here.
You took it upon yourself to give away $622,000 of my money to a man who had been sleeping with my wife.
Well, when you put it that way.
Yeah, well, Clarence Darrow never had a client like you ask him for something like this.
Well, there we go. There's the cigarette.
Take that thing and get the hell out of here. You and me, we're done.
We're done when I say we're done. We're not done here, Saul. Oh, shit.
Come on. Hey. Hey.
Oh, he's...
We're done. When I say we're done.
Yeah! Okay. I didn't expect him to actually say it. Word for word, but... that was great. That was great. Are they actually gonna divorce?
I forgive you.
Just to make it easier. Oh, I wasn't expecting that to be the end of the episode. Wait a minute, we didn't even talk about like what happened in the beginning of the episode. Ooh. All right, season 5 of Breaking Bad. This has now finally begun. Begun. Not begin. English. Not what I was expecting. The opening of the season immediately jumps a couple of times into the future. A couple of years, perhaps, and such. I mean, obviously, Walter isn't really Walter. He's... what was his name? Lambert or someone? And Plus, hair. Big indicator there. Hair and beard. More beard than usual, actually. So that leads me to believe that the opening is going to be like a couple of years into the future, and we don't know what happened there, right? Something bad is happening, and something is going on. The fact that Walter is going from, I would imagine running away, going from state to state, or even the fact that he has a gun now. Yeah. I feel like what is currently happening and what is going to happen in regards to that is that we're probably going to be, I think we're going to be seeing a similar situation to season 2, where we're going to get glimpses of what is happening in the future throughout some of the prologues of these episodes, right? Season 2, you see like the plane falling and debris and whatever, and we don't know what that is until we, until we piece the puzzle all together, and then we realize and then we understand, oh, this is what is actually going on, and then the episodes will eventually lead up to that point. And I feel like that is exactly what is happening here with season 5. I feel like by the end of the season, we're going to be in that time zone where Walter is already older, he has that gun, he's going off-roading, and he's... Again, we don't know what he is actually searching for. All we know is that he has a gun, which means he has a target. Maybe he's defending himself. Maybe he's trying to fight somebody that we do not know. All of that just to make us hooked on what this season is going towards. And I love it. Breaking Bad always has done a fantastic job at hooking the audience into a plot line that is still like further away into the future. And while that is going to be something that we're not going to be discussing further because we don't know much, we don't have much information about it. What we do have information about the present though. So first of all, big reveal, not really a big reveal, but finally a confirmation that yes, Huell and Saul were kind of behind the cigarette, the poison that Jesse was kind of searching for by the end of the 4th season. I kind of talked about it, how Huell was kind of like rummaging through Jesse's body in one of the episodes. Full confirmation that is exactly the case. And I talked about how I was expecting a power dynamic change, a change in power dynamic, right? And right now, there is no major opponent aside from the DEA. Major opponents, obviously, I'm talking about like, there's no Mexican cartels going to Walt for the time being. There might be in the future, sure, but for the time being, they're not really in the picture, right? Gus kind of basically took them all out with him in the season 4 finale, right? So who are we up against right now? The DEA for the time being, right? We're up against the DEA, we're up against Hank. We're back to simple what's the word I'm looking for? We're back to the simple roots of family squabble, right? Between Walter and Hank. And they still don't know about it. Well, Hank doesn't know about it. Love that Walt, Hank, and not Hank. Love that Walt, Mike, and Jesse are kind of working together now. Mike didn't really want to, but kind of have to at this point. Common goal, and hoping for more dynamic between the three of them. I think they have a special dynamic in my mind. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see like where they're gonna go, because the thing about Mike is that Mike can be a good arbitrator. Is that the word that I'm looking for? Mike is basically the perfect balance for Jesse and Walter, because Jesse and Walter they can go through many violent occasions where they're just hurting themselves. We've seen that happen often, and Mike being there feels like basically like the guy who's gonna be separating the two. Like, hey, calm the fuck down. You know, like let's calm down for a bit. Let's think about this. Let's think about this rationally. Even though I kind of like in this episode where Mike isn't really the one who's doing that. Mike is just tagging along and just seeing the crazy plans and shenanigans that Walter and Jesse usually come up with, and Mike's all like, yeah, this is never gonna work. Oh shit, it actually worked, huh? Who knew? Really fun stuff. Really fun stuff. The Ted and Skylar situation, we'll see how that develops, but currently the feelings that I have right now is that poor Ted, we shit up about him a lot. Obviously, he's a guy who we can obviously, throw some frustrations at, because, he's kind of slipping into this, the Whites family business and our family squabble, and then he's just kind of squeezing in, like you're not welcome here. But obviously seeing him almost escape death and being in this absolute terrible state where I can't even recognize that's actually Ted. He doesn't deserve that, man. Like come on. Like, as much as I don't like Ted, he doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve to be in that situation. He, it was an unfortunate situation. It was an unfortunate accident. Respect that he didn't really talk about it, but we don't know for how long, though. Because people can say that, hey, I didn't say anything, but who knows what's going to happen in the next couple of hours, couple of days, couple of weeks. If somebody's get pressed on, maybe by the DEA, by whatever, like, hey, anything can go. But for the time being, I'm just glad that he hasn't really talked about it to everybody else. Which leads me to the very end of the episode where Walter and Skylar are hugging, and Walter is forgiving Skylar. I don't know. I say I don't know because I really don't know what Walter is currently thinking, because Walter is always this loose cannon where there's always that half of Walter that does care about the well-beings of other people, and then there is the other half of Walter that is completely egotistical and only cares about himself and not about other people. So that two side of Walter is always going to be struggling and always going to be fighting against each other. Because again, like all of this is because of the opening of the show, the opening of the season, I mean. Because if it's not because of that, I would have looked at the ending of the episode in a more positive note. Because hey, Walter is forgiving Skylar, like their situation seems to be in a better state than before, like good, happy, great, fantastic. But we know that in the beginning of the episode, which is gonna be in the future, Walter's gonna be probably on the run. He's away from his family, that's for sure. I mean, he has a fake ID and all that, right? Which leads me to think that maybe they finally get a divorce. Maybe they are finally separated. Maybe it's for the best that they are separated, right? For the greater good. Who knows? There's a lot of mystery and a lot of what if scenarios, and I like that I like that the season already started with that, because that is already gearing my mind around, like, okay, what's gonna happen? What could happen? What could not happen? That's cool. That's cool. That's great. But yeah, beyond that, curious to see where the season is gonna go. I mean, I already talked about like what I think, how I think Breaking Bad should go thematically speaking. I've talked about it extensively throughout my entire reaction review journey of Breaking Bad. I don't think it's gonna end well for Walter. I don't think it's gonna end well for Hank as well. If anything, I think the only person that could walk out of this in a positive manner is probably gonna be Jesse. Like, I feel like out of all of these characters, Jesse's probably the one deserving to have a better ending than everybody else, because like he's the younger of all of the cast members, right? He represents the youth. He represents the next generation. Breaking Bad has always been one of the themes of Breaking Bad has always been, breaking free of the commands and of the rules of the older generation, or of your master, right? Of always being subservient. In this case, Jesse is always being subservient to Walter. Walter has always been has been subservient to Gus and all of the other higher ups, and Walter successfully broke free out of all of that. Now it's a matter of, okay, what about Jesse? Is Jesse gonna break free out of Walter's influence? Because he always tries to do it, and every time he does it, Walter always comes back into his life, and Jesse ultimately accepts him. That is a problem that we need to solve. If Jesse wants to break free out of all of this, he needs to address that. So, yeah. Exciting beginning of the season. I cannot wait to watch more. Yeah.
Honey Mustard von der Forschungsabteilung. Dies ist unser zusätzliches Rezept für den amerikanischen Mittleren Westen.
Whoa. All right, we're in Germany.
Smoky Mesquite BBQ mit 3% mehr Bauchgeschmack.
There's a very unsettling nature to this entire opening segment right now. Very unsettling. Is the person all right? Madrigal. Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't this the... This is one of the companies, right? That had ties with Gus. I mean, the fact that Mr. Schuler here is looking at the Los Porlos Hermanos sign being turned down. Well. Yeah, you better turn away. Maybe not the best place to be.
Herr Schuler.
Is he gonna do what I think he's gonna do?
Sofort, Herr Schuler.
Oh God. What an opening.
Did you check?
No. It's
thoroughly.
yes, of course. Look, it's not in my house. It's not in my car. And the more I think about it, there's no way it fell out in my locker.
All right. Oh, Walter's. Yeah, Walter's keeping the actual. What was it? Ricin? Great shot. I'm sure we'll see that cigarette again sometime in the future. But yeah, I think it's pretty clear what Walter's trying to do, right? Keeping the poison as a final measure. Meanwhile, presenting Jesse as a, hey, look, I found a cigarette. Oh, he's gonna...
What the hell is that?
A Roomba.
Have you checked the Roomba yet? Oh, would you look at that? Oh.
Is it still intact? Yeah. Good. No worries.
Is the salt still intact? Some 5-head plays from Walter here. Dude, look at Jesse's facial expression, dude. Jeez.
I almost shot you.
Dude.
I could be so stupid.
Aaron Paul's performance here. Just this moment alone. Incredible.
Stillwell, steady as you go.
Love seeing the daughter's drawing there. A lot of family photos scattered throughout this entire scene.
There's no denying the popularity of our product. There's a market to be filled. Currently, no one to fill it.
Yes. A vacuum in power.
You are a time bomb.
Yeah.
Tick, tick, ticking. And I have no intention of being around for the boom.
This is foreshadowing? We did see Walter create the atomic bomb in the beginning of the season, right? With his food plate.
Hey, what's you upstairs?
I came to see if you needed any help.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Hey, he's not using a cane anymore.
So how many crowds we got?
Well, enough to invade Poland.
The whole night we were laughing, telling stories, drinking wine. And he's somebody else completely. Right in front of me.
Saying this, showing showing Hank. How much longer are they gonna tease it, man? Well, hello. Classic shot.
Oh my God, Dwayne, this is so. Thank you. How did I not see you sitting back there? So weird.
You want anything else, Mike?
No.
That's a great joke. I love this.
I never met your chemist, for instance. I love your input.
She's very
You want me
nervous,
to kill every man on that list?
especially the way how she's shaking.
You're scared, aren't you?
She is.
Now, I don't know what kind of movies you've been watching, but here in the real world, we don't kill 11 people as some kind of prophylactic measure. Look at me and say you understand.
I understand.
I don't know. Once these people killed and she's still afraid, she might search for or look for somebody else to do the job.
How about you get up, huh? Come on.
Shower will feel good.
Interesting shot in how we're not showing Walter's like face at all.
Thanks for coming down. Have a seat, Mr. Herman Trout. Saying that right?
This should be interesting. This should be interesting.
You licensed to carry a firearm?
Concealed carry? Yes, I am.
Which states?
It'd be quicker to mention the states in which I'm not.
You strike me as a former cop.
Hey, right on the money.
Forget your handcuffs. I'm confused. Am I under arrest here or am I not?
This is good. This is really good.
And I suppose we could talk about the $2 million in your granddaughter's name.
Oh.
10 years old and just cute as a button.
Oh, Mike's face there.
Well, here's the thing, Mike. Michael?
Mr. Armentrout.
Here's the thing, Mike.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a damn good scene.
It's dry as hell out there. What if we switch back to a pseudo cook?
Absolutely out of the question. Jesse, there is methylamine out there. I know.
I love the way. I'll talk about it later.
I don't know. We gotta talk. Not on the phone. Can you come to my house?
I don't know. It could be a trap. We're not showing Mr. Chow's environment here, like who's with him. Oh fuck. What the fuck is this? Lydia. Or whatever her name was. She got somebody else to do it. Fuck. Okay, now this is a problem. I think we might find our first major conflict of the season.
Chris, I'd like you to drop your gun where you stand.
Alright, so acquaintances. Somebody that Mike knows. I like that we saw that toy in the previous scene.
Run over and sit next to Chow.
You mean Chow's dead body? Oh, great reveal. Oh! And the fly as well?
Are you ready?
This is my...
Yeah, Mike's not having this bullshit. Like, he had everything under control.
Azul, verde, marrón.
Oh.
Who's the adult here, Dolores? Tell me she ate her dinner, at least.
Well, yes, she ate everything. She ate her peas, she ate her carrots, she ate a whole lot of carrots this time.
What are you waiting for?
I like that this is kind of a Mike-centric episode.
Can you still get your hands on methylamine?
Maybe.
And there it is. I'll keep you alive, but in exchange, you're gonna help me. And now Mike is gonna call Walter. We have a deal.
I've reconsidered.
Great lighting as well.
Good.
Oh, dude, I love the lighting in Walter as well. There's that hint of red in him. How does Skylar sleep at night? Knowing there is a murderer right next to him. Knowing that there is a monster. Once again, I love that we are not showing Walter's face in here, in this shot. Skylar, she wants to say something, but she can't. She's afraid of it. I feel so discomforting. I feel you, Skylar. I feel you. This feels wrong.
When we do what we do for good reasons, we've got nothing to worry about.
I feel like I'm hearing a psychotic person talking to his wife, which is kind of what is happening. Holy shit, that was all right, and that was Breaking Bad season 5, episode 2. It's been a couple of days actually since I've actually seen the episode. I wasn't able to record a discussion / review immediately after. I got a bunch of things that I needed to do, and yeah, better late than never, I guess. So I'll briefly talk about this episode before continuing with the next episode, because I am about to watch episode 3. Really great episode. Love how most of it is mostly focused on Mike, and that's great. One of the things that I did mention while, or one of my expectations going into season 5 is to see the aftermath of what happened at the very end of season 4, right? There's a power vacuum. There's a missing piece here, right? Gus's position has been ripped off. Like, somebody needs to fill that, and otherwise there will be unbalance within the world. That is something that Walter clearly has brought up upon earlier on in the episode. He brought it up to Mike, and I love that it is Mike's position on whether or not he wants to join forces with Walt, or if he doesn't want to be with Walt, right? Because ultimately Mike, I think in my eyes, kind of serves as this as a means to transfer the powers of Gus to Walt, right? Because Mike used to work for Gus for obvious reasons, right? He was the hitman, if you will, right? So to have Mike be the one responsible in shifting the power scale on a meta narrative perspective here, right? Because yeah, really good. I also love that we did focus a bit more on Mike's granddaughter as well, because now there's stakes at hand. Now there's the added tension of, oh, okay, wait a minute, Mike's gonna join forces with Walt and Jesse. what's gonna happen to the granddaughter though? Because now there's the added sense of danger, right? Especially with the DEA also mentioning to Mike like, hey, your granddaughter, bunch of $1 million in her pockets. How did that happen, right? Mike obviously denying this, but like, what do you do in that situation? And it's also really cool to see like how Mike and like his overall planning. I mean, we kind of see we have seen this before with Mike, when he was dealing with other members that are a part of Gus's like circle and whatnot, but seeing it again this time with the ramifications of Gus already gone, and now Mike is kind of keeping things at bay and trying to make sure that everything stays together and not break apart and not go against one another, which is kind of what is happening here, right? With Lydia, I think is her name, who's ordering somebody to, hey, let's get rid of the people on this list because they might snitch, even though they didn't snitch, but safety first. And yeah, a lot of problems, a lot of unnecessary killings, but it is what it is. And with that in mind, now comes the situation of, all right, Jesse, Walt, Mike is now joining forces together. Saul is also going to be coming in and acting as their safety net against the law, essentially, against the DEA, against the police, because he is their, attorney, but I don't think that's going to last long. I just don't think that's going to last long. I'm also developing a cold, so maybe my voice will sound different. I don't know. But yeah, really cool stuff surrounding Mike. Beyond that, I think the other thing that did caught my attention the most in this episode is the whole thing with Jesse and his guilt of poisoning, right? And how Walter, I love the imagery of Jesse crying because he almost killed Walter under his assumptions, which is true, that Walter was the cause of it. And then Walter just massaging him and giving him like the pat in the back, like, hey, don't worry, it's all right, it's not your fault, don't worry about it, we'll get through this, like, it's not your fault, Jesse, it's all right, I forgive you. Like, what a way to manipulate him. Talking about a power vacuum and stealing that power, huh? You killed the devil, so now you become the devil. Like Walter's now the ultimate devil. I always love to correlate Gus as the devil in season 4, right? In season 4 and before, especially with the how I would interpret the lab literally being hell and Walter and Jesse being dragged down to it to work with the devil because they have a deal with him. But now that the devil is gone, who's gonna rule the kingdom? Oh, love that. There was one scene that I think I mentioned during the reaction that I want to discuss a bit, which was the scene with Walter, Jesse, and Saul discussing in Saul's office room. And I just wanted to point that I love some of the shots that they use because they're using the powers, the scale to represent balance. And I love how in some of these shots the scales are either on the left and either on the right, and every time it does it, it's either focusing on Walter or focusing on Jesse and Saul, kind of showcasing like my own interpretation. But I see that as how it's like the balance between the group, right? Walter is definitely holding more of the power against like 2 other people, and that's how we're still having that's how we're still having balance. But that's like the thing, right? You can't fight against Walter alone. Like Jesse cannot fight this alone. If Jesse wants to fight Walter, if Jesse wants to break free of Walter, he cannot do it alone. He needs other people to balance the scales, because otherwise Walter is always going to win, because Walter is Walter. He's the main character. He has protagonist plot armor until maybe the final episode, but also because seeing Walter now against Walter like from season 1, episode 1, totally different character. This is a Walter that has far more experience, that is more not just battle hardened, but also cold hearted as well. You know, like you look at Walter from season 1, episode 3, scared to kill a single person, right? This one person, and he was afraid to do it. Now he's like, screw it. Poison a little child to manipulate Jesse? Hell yeah. And I'm like, ugh, how far and how how much the angel has fallen, right? But hey, that's how it works. The angel falls and they become a devil. That's just how it is. So yeah. And of course the DEA and Hank and everything, like they're always this close. They're always this close into figuring it out. All under their noses every single time. And I'm like, oh, one of these days, it's the final season. They're gonna find out eventually. It's only a matter of time. So, yeah, there's, I don't know what else to say. Really cool episode, fantastically written and directed as usual. I don't think there's any bad episode of Breaking Bad, and I don't think there's ever going to be a bad episode of Breaking Bad. Even like, yeah, I can't even think of like, if I was gonna say like even the worst Breaking Bad episode is still okay, and I'm thinking like, what do I consider to be the worst episode? Because I've never really considered any episode to be like, you know what I mean? It's always good. So it's kind of hard to say there's a worst when all of them I considered good. But yeah, that's pretty much it for episode 2 of season 5. On with the next episode.
Oh, and I've got my paralegal with me today.
Paralegal, coming up in the world.
You know it.
Oh, interesting shot.
You got something to say?
And the guy in the back is keeping his ear shut, right?
Something new. With the feds looking at you? How?
How's my business? Hanging tight to your business. Your family's gonna be fine. You will be made whole. Now, you got my word.
I mean, with the structure of the show, I don't know about this. Walt Whitman. We're focusing on the book. I'm thinking about the way Walter's just like shoving Jesse Plemons.
Mike threatened me. He threatened Jesse. He probably threatened someone before breakfast this morning.
He did. He did.
Steam and salt. When this thing is running, it's like a jungle in here.
Shit. That'll ruin the product.
Well, you can't just pop down to Costco and get a couple dehumidifiers?
It's not gonna be that easy.
Anything food related is gonna have unannounced government inspections.
Third place, here we...
No. Hell no.
Is it the arcade? Yep.
All I can say to recommend this one is we're talking about an owner here who is, how should I put it, highly amenable.
All right, pest control. Walter's thinking about it.
It's perfect. What?
How are we gonna fit a lab in here?
Who said here?
Walter and the one-liners. Somebody cooked here. Who said here?
Once the tent is up, we go in, we cook a batch, we bomb the place, and leave.
So we gotta move in and out for every cook.
Interesting.
Lab, cook, and then take everything down.
It's challenging.
But doable, yeah.
Ladder's Fernando, and down below that's Todd. Pest control operation is legit. I mean, they're licensed, they're bonded, they do as good a job as anyone in town, but they're also top drawer, second story men.
Hey, hold on. Hold on. Yo! Skinny Pete. Ah, it's great to see them both again. It's been a long while, you know. Skinny Pete and Badger.
We're gonna need, Hey, man, I'm trying to do business over here, bitch.
I miss them. I miss these guys.
All we're saying is, we know you're major league now, but if there's ever anything else you need from us,
Any way we can get in on this at all,
little stuff, big stuff,
we would be all over.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, Mike's gonna... Maybe not gonna agree to it.
You go out, you inspect, you deal with the customers, regular drill. Everything's the same, except for one important detail.
There he is! Jesse Plemons! Was this before Jesse Plemons became, you know, Hollywood famous? Like, is this how his career starts? Like his early career?
You need a name for him? You call him yes, sir, and no, sir. You got any problems, you come to me.
Jesse obviously is gonna feel, you know, a lot better because for once he's not being told. He's the one telling people.
When I was down in Mexico, there was this big plastic hospital tent they set up inside of the... Oh, shit, sorry.
Oh, hi, sorry.
Oh!
This is, Brock.
Hi, Brock. I'm Walt. Heard a lot about you.
I'm sure you have, yes.
Well, I should go.
This fucking demon!
Sure, why not? Beer sounds good. Thank you.
Oh, leaving the two of them together. Oh! Oh! Oh, they are deliberate with this shot. I'm sorry, I can't. Walter giving him the side eye? You gotta wonder, like, what is inside Walter's mind right then and there, you know? Like, he could have murdered that child.
How are you today, sir?
Oh, good, good. How are you? Got the family all packed up, ready to go?
Yeah.
Alright, first house.
What's your name?
Todd.
Todd. I mean, it's Jesse Plemons. Todd is gonna be, hopefully, someone who's gonna be more important in the later episodes. I'm just excited. I'm hyped that Jesse Plemons is in Breaking Bad. I mean, I know Jesse Plemons is gonna be in Breaking Bad. I have heard about that info before, but I just don't know when he's gonna come in and what role he's gonna be playing. So this is exciting. Back in business, baby. I mean, I don't need to say it, but I'll say it again. Breaking Bad montages. Always excellent. They're always excellent. They always have like the best shots, the best editing, and the best music to play it at the same time. I mean, this one is a beautiful montage as well. Like almost showcasing like the beauty of making the blue crystal. Ooh. Some nice use of effects. I don't know if that was VFX or practical effects. It could be practical now that I'm thinking about it.
Seeing you with Andrea and that little boy.
It was nice.
It was nice. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah.
Feels right, and if it feels right, it feels right.
I hope Jesse... I really wish and I hope that Jesse finds out what Walter did.
She doesn't know anything. I mean, you know, she's not stupid. She knows I'm into something, but you know, she can make a pretty good guess. But I never told her anything.
Keeping it a secret. Just like Walt before.
Secrets create barriers between people. Speaking from experience, believe me.
Yeah.
Meaning what? Like everything? Like Gail?
Ooh.
I'm just trying to say that I trust you. And I know you'll make the right call.
Ooh. Foreshadowing. Jesse's gonna betray Walt.
So, speaking of which, we have another big event coming up. Have you thought about what you're gonna do? Walt's birthday. Whatever you need, I'm here.
Oh. So it's, canonically speaking, it's been a year then. Almost a year.
So it's been a whole year.
Yeah. Crazy to think about it.
You don't smoke? You haven't smoked since college? You can't be serious. With the baby and Walt? Skylar, you're not smoking around the baby, are you? And you can't smoke here.
She has been smoking around the baby.
Please shut up! Stop. Shut up! 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 Please, God, tell me the cancer isn't back.
No. It's not the cancer.
Well, something happened. I don't mean to point the finger, but this just come out of nowhere.
It's not a cancer, but you can say it's a cancer. You know? Like the cancer is just a metaphor.
You heard about Ted Beneke? The accident.
What accident?
Oh.
Well, about that.
You do know, right? You must know.
Marie's face. Oh.
She was having an affair with Ted Beneke.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Was she? I'm gonna go.
Yeah. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Aww. That's sweet.
Ouch! That looked nasty.
Walter eating the apple. Fruit of knowledge, or I'm reaching, but committing a sinful act.
Come on. You wanna fuck with me? Okay. There you go. Couple.
Interesting movie to play with the baby.
Say hello to my little friend.
Scarface.
Everyone dies in this movie, don't they?
Foreshadowing. Ooh. Oh. 10 out of 10 transition. 10 out of 10 transition.
These were Gus's employees, not ours.
They might have been Gus's employees, but they're my guys.
Yeah.
So, what are they doing to further our interests?
Not ratting us out.
So, we are paying them. Why?
To keep their mouth shut. This is the business, Walt.
My guys are keeping their mouths shut.
Yep, basically.
This is business. End of story.
Oh. Walter's telling us, hey,
go for it.
This is my business.
I don't care. Just take it.
Jesse's doing a really good deed here, but Walter is asserting dominance, literally speaking. Like, hey, look at me. I'm the captain now.
137,000. It's less than with Fring.
Well, what were you expecting, Walt?
Broke it off with Andrea. I had to.
Been thinking about Victor.
Oh?
Victor trying to cook that batch on his own, taking liberties that weren't his to take. Maybe he flew too close to the sun. Got his throat cut.
Yep. I mean, that was kind of what I was thinking as well during that moment. I've talked about it during that episode discussion. Great shot. Oh, great shot to end the episode there. Beautiful. All right, Breaking Bad Season 5, Episode 3. Probably gonna be a quick review for this one, but yeah, we are continuing where we left off, right? The issue of the power vacuum is being addressed here now that Walter and Jesse finally doing production once again with their meth and such. Walter obviously having higher expectations on this, you know, especially now that he becomes the quote-unquote the owner, right? Not just, you know, not just the hired cook, right? Now he is the cook and the owner, but, you know, pay and all. Not really the best, or at least not really the best first income, I would say, for Walter. I mean, everybody else feels fine about it. I mean, hey, it's still a lot of money, like a lot of money, like 100,000 grand is still a lot of money. But obviously, you know, Walter has done millions before, you know. But yeah, humble. I say, quote unquote, humble beginnings, or, you know, humble new beginnings, even though they've been through a lot. This is like the obvious next step in the development of Breaking Bad and the characters, you know, like especially that in this episode that they kind of reference and they talked about like, hey, it's about to be a year since Walter's birthday, since the very first episode of Breaking Bad, which now that I am also looking back at my journey with Breaking Bad, I mean, it's technically, has it been a year? I feel like it's been a year, like exactly a year. I'm gonna check just for a bit, but I do love that the events of Breaking Bad, like the events of Breaking Bad has been insane, right? The gradual build-up, like the introductions of characters and the farewells of characters, like all of the events that has happened, and seeing Walter and Jesse's characters, you know, evolution from the very first episode, like physically speaking as well. I mean, you look at Walter and Jesse, you know, in season 1, like they both got hair. Now they're like, ooh. But yeah, like looking back at like what happened in season 1 and then now looking at season 5, a lot has changed. And it's only been a year, which is great. Yep. I reacted to Breaking Bad for the first time in like February 2023. So yeah, it's been like, well, almost a year and a half at this point, but what a journey. When Marie was talking about like, you know, it's gonna be, you know, a whole year, like, yeah, I'm reflecting on that journey now, and quite an insane journey from like that entire year, from Walter just flicking those cigarettes in the pool to blowing up a nursery home. Insane. But yeah, fantastic development for like the story and the characters, from Walter and Jesse's first time cooking and creating meth to right now as they are their own masters. Well, let's be real here. Walter is his own master. Jesse is still under Walter in this regard, and that is still like the one thing that has not changed. And that is the one thing that needs to change, right? I've talked about this multiple times already. I feel like, structurally speaking, I'm still pretty firm on my belief and on my my expectation. I would say that by the end of this season, Jesse needs to break off from Walter. Jesse needs to, you know, in a way, challenge Walter and remove himself from him completely, which is something that Jesse has always tried to do with each season. Like, that has always been the formula of Breaking Bad. I've talked about this before, you know, like Walter and Jesse starts as partners, and then they have a falling off, and then they break apart, and then they come back again, and then rinse and repeat. And I feel like this being the final season, I don't think there is gonna be another repeat. I feel like they are gonna break off, and then that's it. Like, that's gonna be the end. But great developments for Walter and Jesse in this episode. Nice to see Hank just, you know, still doing Hank things. No, not Hank. Sorry. Mike. I meant to say Mike. They mentioned Hank, but we never really see Hank in this episode. But yeah, Mike being the enforcer that he is, still really cool to see. Wonder if there's any repercussions, any mishaps here and there with his associates, and especially with the pest control crew that we saw, which has Jesse Plemons in it. I haven't searched it up on Google yet, but I'm curious to know, like, if this is one of those breakout roles for Jesse Plemons, because Breaking Bad is a decade old show at this point. Jesse Plemons obviously had incredible roles, but I would say that his rise to stardom and his more critically acclaimed roles and his I would say his position and his status as this incredible actor that everybody loves, it's only in recent years. So I'm curious to know if this role that Jesse Plemons had in Breaking Bad, if this is the role that kind of broke him into, you know, like Hollywood stardom, like, because I haven't seen much of Jesse Plemons now that I'm thinking about it. Like, in at least in past movies and shows, like, I haven't really seen much of Jesse Plemons. I've seen a lot of Jesse Plemons now, but before, not much. So I am curious about that, and I do hope, you know, knowing Jesse Plemons' range in acting, I hope that we get to see more of him in the season, maybe in a more main role, in a more with more screen presence is what I'm trying to say. You know, he is like, he does have lines. He does have lines of dialogue in this episode, so there is a start. But yeah, excited to see where they're gonna take Jesse Plemons' character. Maybe they're not gonna take it as far as I am expecting and as far as I'm hoping, but hey, you know, more Jesse Plemons, it's great. Yeah. Not much to say because most of this episode is set up. You know, we are setting up for, you know, like the next big thing. You know, in this episode, we are pretty much establishing. I mean, these past 3 episodes has been establishing, you know, like this power vacuum, and we have finally reached this moment where that vacuum is being filled, right? Jesse and Walter finally got, for now, a way to do business. Jesse and her girlfriend, well, Jesse did mention that he broke it off with her, so maybe it's for the best. I mean, don't want Brock to be in any more danger. Which, by the way, can we talk about that for a second? Like, the shot the show is very deliberate in this manner, but having Walter and Brock just sit in the same area, in the same place, and Walter just like looking at him like this dude. Evil, absolute evil, and the fact that he can just mask it off like, hey, Brock, I heard that you were very strong, dealing with that incident. There's a lot of really cool stuff in this episode. I already talked a bit about it during the reaction. I don't need to explain more about it. But yeah, good episode. Good episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction, and I will see you all next time. Take care, everybody. Have a nice day. Peace.